that government.
I appreciate that.
What is? Are we trying to indict a system for real?
Well,
who perpetuates the system? That's the thing. Is the people at the top who perpetuate it. The king and queen who have the wield the most power. They're in the position to continue it or to tone it down on some level. I mean, they're in a competition with other European nations, so you could say that the system goes beyond them.
Yeah, and it's also, I feel like blaming the system is kind of taking away individual responsibility. So like it's like corporations today, right? Like if you look at them, you can't blame one single individual for all of the things, all the horrible things they're causing, right? So you have to, like, while the system is probably the larger problem, it goes down to individuals and how they interact with the system. You have to take agency, like you have to be responsible for your decisions also. So blaming the system and get 100%, it just kind of puts everyone off, like they just get off the hook, right? I don't think that's fair.
Because this is an interesting moment in world history, right? Because you have a transition in systems, right? Because when we say the system of empire, I mean, what's the economic system underneath that? I mean, this is a moment where you have feudalism coming to an end, right? You have capitalism as a system beginning. It even says in here at one point that the system itself is a disease system. When you use that word disease, you're kind of assuming that capitalism is just natural, right?
And incurable. You're just susceptible to it, you just catch it and that's it.
And then it's always been going on, right? But really, in all of human history, capitalism is what, 0.5% of all of human history? So I mean, are we indicting the system as in like, I guess we don't want to assume that the system is never changing, right? So I just throw that in there so we differentiate between, I guess, the end of feudalism and the beginning of capitalism. This moment being that beginning of capitalism.
Even feudalism is based on similar concepts. It's really that much of a change, except now you guys have more widgets that you can share amongst each other and barter with each other. Sure. There's still going to be a fucking hierarchy up in here. And let's just keep that straight.
Absolutely right.
It's kind of ridiculous.
So
are we charging? What's up?
Yeah, what do we think? So we have
Who's our judge? Can we call a judge 1,000 years?
1,000 years?
Does anyone get that reference? No?
Is there a popular culture reference?
No. I'm gonna have to follow me on Twitter. I gotta make one first. But the judge is called Judge 1,000 years because he has a lens. We're gonna give the judge a lens. That's why 1,000 years. It'll help.
All right. So I guess for our group, we've seen what we have a couple of viewers at 100%. I guess I'm sensing 50-50, right? It's part of the system, but there's also agency involved, right? People have choices. King Ferdinand, Queen Isabel didn't have to fund it. Columbus didn't have to, do all those terrible things. The men didn't have to do all those terrible things. So it's really part of the system, part choice.
I don't know. I think you can't put systems in jail. I like to put someone in jail.
Okay. All right.
Isn't that another system?
Putting someone in jail? Yeah. I agree with that one. I like that.
Do you see connection though from this one to that one?
How so? It sounds like I feel like you see the connection.
Well, I mean, it's about systems of power, and that the system of imprisonment is certainly based on a very clear hierarchical structure, and people at the very bottom the punishment really is taking away all agency. And then in many cases now, I mean, there's issues of labor and no wages and things like that. But these systems of 1,000 years ago, as you said, a lot of people would, and including myself, see them being replicated within the prison systems now. And that it's sort of this like new age system. The same thing, just new name, new tactics. Exactly what you said, there's new technology, new ways to do the same kind of disempowerment and control. I think the other way it connects is in terms of the
couple of our senior people broke off and had something else to do, but me and Millie
impact on people's psyches and minds when they're involved in the system, that we buy into it, that is the only way to solve a problem, is to lock someone up and get them off the streets instead of any kind of restorative justice or acknowledgement of that person's humanity.
What would restorative justice look like in this situation to you?
Restorative justice in this situation? Well, like you said, we can't put a system in prison. I think that for this, some kind of form of reparations that acknowledges the wealth of the Western European and this nation that we're in right now being completely based on the resource extraction that happened about 1,000 years ago from Africa and this continent and Latin America. And in acknowledging that and looking then at the current economic systems, which involve the World Bank and the IMF and the loans that nations had to take out after the colonial powers left, and there's a way that we could probably work within the current structures to try to acknowledge that.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you for asking.
So we're going to come back together. You guys want to talk amongst yourselves? Somebody report out? Just tell the group what you all came up with in terms of, I guess, validity, percentage scale, and sentencing.
I feel like it shouldn't be a male. I feel like it should be a female.
Go ahead, John. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Diane.
You want to get out of the circle here? So
I'll battle that with a proxy.
So have we made decisions? The indicting, we know, we come up with a sentence.
we're parties to the indictment, so we have to get it to the courtroom.
Anyone want to give a sentence to the system?
All right, so let's bring our group back together here.
That's that conversation short. It's like,
So, what about the Columbus group? So,
We're here.
So what did we come up with? The validity, the percentage scale?
This is frivolous. We really have other work to do for the Royal Crown, so we want to do away with this immediately. We are under the divine power of the Royal Crown, so you are just restricting our discovery and exploration of lands for the people of Spain and for all of Europe. So how dare you even attempt to indict us? Shame on all of you.
role playing. Nice.
Just go away. Go away.
Good, good. How about Columbus's men? We had a group called Columbus's men. The crew for Columbus.
They're waiting to ambush, man.
I don't know where they go.
Columbus, that group, they dissolved. Alright, so Columbus is scattered. King Ferdinand, Queen Isabel.
Well, we actually took a different view. Yeah.
Well, they're guilty, and we feel that they should be stripped from their positions, and the money that was reaped from the Indians should be given back to the Dominican Republic and to Haiti, because they are now, even centuries later, they are now still poverty-stricken from these actions of Columbus, and their plea of not knowing what happened, blood kiss, out. Guilty.
Good, guilty as charged. What's the sentence? Return the wealth.
Return the wealth and strip their position.
Good,
Their
good.
monarchy.
Try to get it.
We had
Try to get it.
we had the Tianos.
Right here. Right here.
I apologize. Sorry.
And we are completely innocent because we didn't think that way. We didn't see it coming. We did try to protect ourselves by killing everybody at Fort Navidad. Didn't speak the language. Didn't know they were coming back with 17 ships. So I think we're also due reparations.
Good, good. Good, excellent. And how about we had the system of empire? Put the system on trial.
All right, so we decided it was about 50-50. It was kind of partially the system to blame, but it was also like there were humans involved who had agency who also decided to go against it. So we kind of half blamed the system, half blamed all of the humans who were involved. Capital punishment for the system is like, I think what we decided, right? And the system starts something new.
That's why we need war.